Whenever people ask me what's the best treatment for canker sores, the first question I ask is how often do they get them? Because not all canker sore sufferers are created equal, and different types of sufferers require different types of treatment. Researchers have organized canker sore sufferers into 3 categories: type 1, type 2, and type 3. Type 1 canker sore sufferers get canker sores maybe once or twice a year. It's very situational, it's very conditional, maybe even environmental. For these people, it only kicks in during certain things. It might be a food allergy or a food sensitivity. It might just be when they're fighting back a sickness or a cold. But luckily for them, it's not something that's just a part of their daily life. It's just something that pops up every once in a while, and they deal with it and they move on. For these people, the treatment for the canker sores is really just as conditional as the thing that causes it in the first place. Just putting topical treatment on there like Orabase, taking ibuprofen to keep the inflammation down, drinking turmeric and ginger tea when these things pop up. It's more just managing it when it happens. The type 2 people get canker sores more than once a month or so. This is what I personally have, and I've noticed that I get my canker sores in waves. I would call them on and off cycles of 7 to 10 days. I would get a canker sore pop up, and then several others might pop up with any kind of minor trauma in my mouth, and then it would go away and everything would be fine during that time. This is not connected to any environmental factors. It's not connected to what I'm eating or types of toothpaste I'm using. This might not be true for other people, but this is true for me. Some have connected this type of canker sore situation to hormonal cycles. That's why you see it more often in women, but it also occurs in men. For these people, I think supplementation is a great option because it's clearly something that is off in your immune system. It's an out of balance situation, and keeping it regulated with supplements is something that can keep them from popping up as often, and when they do pop up, they don't pop up as bad as they usually do. Because this is an ongoing condition that people deal with all the time, you need an ongoing treatment. And type 3 people are the poor, unfortunate souls that have canker sores all the time. You get no breaks whatsoever. There are no on and off cycles. You're just in an on cycle constantly. For these people, I also highly suggest supplementation because it's an ongoing thing which requires an ongoing treatment. But if it gets bad enough, like to the point where you can't talk or can't eat, it might be something to talk to a doctor about. Because I'm not trying to be scary here, but it can be sort of a canary in a coal mine situation where the canker sores are symptomatic of something much more concerning that you need to look into. I say that especially if it's something that was not a problem before and then suddenly was a problem. There's probably something going on that you really need to get checked out. So if it is to the point where you go talk to a doctor, if it's that bad, they might suggest some steroidal solutions. It might be a pill that you take, but there's also topical treatments like triamcinolone acetonide, which is one of my favorite things in the world. It's a topical treatment that's steroidal. You put it on there, it really helps the inflammation go down and keeps it from hurting as bad. And something I would highly recommend, and this is kind of boring, and whenever I suggest this, people are like, who has time for it? But I would highly suggest doing a food journal or a canker sore journal of some kind, where you can monitor how bad they are versus what you're eating versus your lifestyle, your exercise, your stress levels. Just monitor all that stuff and just have it in front of you so you can see what differences make what changes, or what changes make what differences. I said that weird. I actually have on the Canker Boy site an Excel document called the Canker Tracker that allows you to do exactly that. You just pull it up in Excel, you can monitor, you can keep track of each one of your ulcers, you can keep track of what you're eating and all that stuff. It sounds awful, but it really can give you some answers. And if you're dealing with it in a type 3 level, if you've got them all the time and it's affecting your ability to live and function correctly, it's really something you should do. It's not something you have to do for the rest of your life. You could really do it for just 3 or 6 months or something like that. I know that sounds like a long time, but even in that amount of time, it'll give you some answers that you can implement for the rest of your life and make things much better for you. For more canker sore treatment options, I do have an ebook. It's called 10 Ways to Stop Canker Sores. It gives you ideas of how to prevent and treat and deal with the aftermath of canker sores. It is really helpful. It's based on years of research and experimentation that I've done myself. And you can find it at cankerboy.com/ebook. I highly suggest you go check it out. It's very helpful. I did it just for you. Thank you all so much for watching. If this is your first time here and you're dealing with this condition, I highly suggest you subscribe to this YouTube channel because I am doing videos just like this all the time. Again, going back to my years of research and experimentation, I'm sharing all that here with you so that you can live your life pain-free. So thanks again for watching. You guys go out there, take care, and I'll see you next time. Here's to a pain-free life.